to bring us as we're off in Week 9.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
What now?
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's got some space here. A solid stiff arm. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And this one's incomplete.
The Saints at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Trying to get that one to Chris Olave,
but now it'll be 3rd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game,
did.
right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
the return is Jones from the end zone.
Fighting his way through contact.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
On play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
Fields on 1st down. That is caught by Herbert.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And you look at this Saints defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Here's Fields.
Being chased out left.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him.
Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Certainly appears that Cam Jordan is still going strong as he puts the quarterback on the deck. 8.5 sacks last year. Nearly top 20 all-time in the NFL. And you certainly marvel at his durability. The one game he missed last season is the only one of his 12-year career missed due to injury.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And Santos yanked that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And in this 1st quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a play fake. Carr.
Completes it to Perry. him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the... Off play action. Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Kill! This right, Chief, 93. 93.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
Hey, later, 2. 734. What's up?
Carr now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. DeMarcus Walker in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Carr to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Gervon Dexter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Saints going to send out Blake Gillikin to punt on 4th down here. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 71 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
6:37.
On play action, it's Carr. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and a couple. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd and 2. On play action. Now Carr. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 69 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. One play action. Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5.
Express! Express!
Carr going to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw is Fields. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Herbert powering up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here we go.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd is worth through 3.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He gets away from one. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a pickup of
You're mine.
brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Carr.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Luck's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team owns it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run with Herbert. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Fields on 1st down. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's brought down. 88 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now motion left with Mooney. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney from a yard out. And the Bears put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. This is 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on second down.
6-18.
Carr. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
29. 808. Express.
Here's Carr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Carr throw complete there to Thomas. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
What now?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
93. 93.
Carr to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Express.
Throwing his Carr. That'll be caught by Hill.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
7:34.
Now Carr. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Completes it to Perry.
Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
29. Later 8. White Monday. Later 9. 9. Later 1. What's up?
Back to throw. Carr.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
One final try now for Carr.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And